The United States is clear-eyed about the challenges in the Middle East and about where we have the greatest capacity to help drive positive outcomes. Our objectives are focused, realistic, and achievable, so that we can target our resources, rebuild trust, and deliver real results. And we will operate in the context of the Middle East as it is today, a region more united than it has been in years. The GCC is a prime example of that. Former rivals reestablish diplomatic and economic ties. New memberships are being forged. And increasingly, the world is seeing the Middle East through the lens of opening and opportunity. We will not walk away and leave a vacuum to be filled by China, Russia, or Iran. We'll seek to build on this moment with active, principled American leadership. When the entire GCC plus Egypt and Jordan voted in the United Nations General Assembly to condemn Russia's invasion of Ukraine, it was a watershed moment. It showed that the core values of sovereignty and territorial integrity are truly universal. And I want to be clear, supporting a rules-based order doesn't mean we always have to agree on every issue. But it does mean we align around core principles that allow us to work together on the most pressing global challenges. The United States is invested in building a positive future in the region in partnership with all of you, and the United States is not going anywhere.
This is just the case that got the headlines. It is not the only case out there. I was reaching out to law enforcement agencies across central Ohio that I had contacts with, trying to figure out where this case was. There's a lot of agencies here, and a 10-year-old victim becoming pregnant is, while not entirely rare, it doesn't happen every day. So those cases do tend to stand out a little bit for those detectives, and nobody was really commenting. We were getting a lot of "it's not us, we don't have that." I saw an arrest on the arraignment list that our municipal court clerk posts online every morning of who's going to be in court that day, and it listed a gentleman being arrested by Columbus police, and the charge was rape of a child under 13. It was the only one that day. So I pulled the what's called an affidavit of probable cause, which is the detective swearing out a statement as to why they think they have enough evidence to charge this person with this crime. And that document said the child was 10 and that it was a female. And the date of the offense aligned with the timeline that the doctor in Indiana had provided. I don't know that anyone expected it to happen in this way and so quickly following the decision in Dobbs, but it did. And the reality is, and I can speak from my nearly 10 years of experience, this girl is not alone in being a victim of sexual assault, a survivor of sexual assault at that young of an age.
The Big Easy with already 145 to date, as the city council is now proposing new incentives to put more cops on the street. Well, joining us now, Fox News contributor and New Orleans native, Raymond Arroyo. Raymond, thanks for being here. I mean, here's some more stats from New Orleans, just to set it up for our audience. Pickpocketing up 90%, armed robbery up 43%, stabbings up 15%, theft up 11%. That murder rate that we stated. Why is this happening, Raymond, and can a recruitment effort change it?
No, there'll be no recruitment effort. Well, look, the biggest problem in New Orleans, it's threefold. You've got a mayor, you've got a DA, a Soros-backed DA, who let go of 937 violent felony cases. He dismissed them. He's only been in office for 1 year, and by the way, he's under an 11-count tax fraud federal investigation. He's facing trial any day now. So when that's your DA, you're in big trouble. The cops don't feel supported. And remember, New Orleans has been under a federal consent decree. I call it a federal descent decree as things turn out. Since 2012, the Obama administration placed the police force under that. And what that means is reduced policing capabilities. They can't pursue nonviolent offenders. The use of force is greatly restricted. What we've done in New Orleans, Will, is we police and restrain the police force while we allow criminals freedom to roam. This can't go on. And then we have our mayor. And our dear mayor at this moment is on her second official trip abroad in a month. She's signing a decree, a sister city decree. I guess you have to do it in person, with a city in the French Riviera. Very convenient while her city collapses in a crime wave. I've never seen anything like it, and I love this city. You know, Will, we've spent time here together.
Yeah.
We've got the best people, the best food, and sadly now the highest murder rate in the country.
Raymond, you can't just put together a PR recruitment ad and hope people will serve in that position. They understand these dynamics. So can the police department recover if they need to in light of everything you laid out?
Well, people say throw more money at the cops, give them more incentives. Here's the big problem. They're all leaving to go to Jefferson Parish, which is about 5 minutes away, right next door to Orleans Parish. All the good cops are going there. The police don't feel supported. We've lost one-sixth of our police force in the past year. And our mayor, you might have this picture, our mayor decides to put up in front of the old city hall, Gallier Hall downtown, she put up a hair pick. This is her answer, apparently, to the crime, the desperate crime situation. We had a woman here who was carjacked, Will. She was dragged, a 73-year-old woman. They slammed her in the door and dragged her, severing her arm. We've had over 24 babies, many of them African-American children, shot on our streets. This is an epidemic, and the mayor and the city council and the DA must respond, or this city is going to hollow out. And that would be a great tragedy to the United States of America.
It sure
not
would
only
be,
New Orleans.
to a beautiful city. And it's a rinse and repeat. You mix a mayor with a DA and a demoralized police force, and you get that not just New Orleans, but across the country. Raymond Arroyo.
Detroit on daiquiris, Will. Detroit on daiquiris.
Detroit
We can't become that.
on daiquiris. It's not a bad way to put it. All right, thank you. All right.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.
So it is quickly becoming illegal to point out that men are not women, no matter how they dress, no matter what kind of shoes they have, no matter what they paint their nails. So this is an attack not just on biology, but on speech, on conscience. You're not allowed to say obvious things. Here's an example. A self-described feminist in Norway called Christina Ellingsen is facing a 3-year sentence in prison. She's facing the possibility of going to jail for years because she affirmed the reality of biological sex. Specifically, Ellingsen tweeted that men cannot be lesbians. You probably never thought about this in any depth, but it's technically true. She also said that men cannot become mothers. Now, again, that's true. But in Norway, as in all of the West, the truth is no longer a defense. Norway is now investigating her for hate speech. We, of course, immediately wanted to talk to her. Christina Ellingsen joins us tonight. Christina, thanks so much for coming on. This is one of those stories, and Norway is obviously a highly civilized country. I think it's the richest country in the world. A lot of great people in Norway. It's hard to believe this is real, and so I just want to check, are we leaving anything out?
No, that's right. This is the case. I've been, well, you can't defend women if you can't define what a woman is. And all over the world, stating biological fact is considered by a lot of groups as being directly hateful. So yeah, this is what I've been doing. I've been stating the obvious fact that men cannot be women, men cannot be girls,
yes,
or mothers or lesbian. And now I'm facing the risk of 3 years in prison.
Tell me how the country of Norway, again, a country to which we give every benefit of every doubt, filled with good people, beautiful place. But are you celebrated as a hero by people who still believe in science and free speech? Are people supporting you?
Well, a lot of people are supporting me across the entire spectrum of political, religious, everything. But a lot of people are also considering me on level with someone who's calling for genocide. I've been compared to everything from a fascist to a Maoist to a supporter of Westboro Baptist Church, which I don't even know what is. But basically, on the entire spectrum of everything that's bad in the world is being hurled my way. Absolutely. But also a lot of support.
Are you surprised? I think you're on, I'm just guessing, but I think you're on the left. I don't think you're a right winger. I think you're from Norway. Are you surprised by all of this?
Unfortunately, I'm not surprised because this has been in the cards for a long time. If you can't talk about biological reality, it's unavoidable. This is simply unavoidable. But yeah, no, I align myself with radical feminism. I've been voting left all my life. Now I'm much more critical to what they are actually saying, and it seems like all parties in Norway are supporting this pseudoscience.
It's scary. We know the feeling. Thank you for joining us tonight, Christine Ellington. Very much appreciate it. Subscribe to the Fox News YouTube channel to catch our nightly opens, stories that are changing the world and changing your life. From Tucker Carlson tonight.